lies of that construct in this Jesus bullshit. And I'm here to tell you that Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends. Jesus can't save you. Christianity is a dead man's religion. The religion is dying off and has been dying off because people are waking up to the lies that's in the religion. You know, and I hope that you yourself can wake up to the lies that's in the religion as well, and you can begin to cease following these type of lies. And you know, if you like the ideas of a Christianity, just some of the constructs, you know, I would suggest you guys go to the Book of the Dead. You know, you'll find all the same exact constructs and ideas of the Bible in the Book of the Dead, because the Bible stole everything that it has from the Book of the Dead. They stole everything from it. Okay, they stole your 10 commandments from the laws of Ma'at. So if you love the 10 commandments and you feel like that's morally what you want to live by, look up the laws of Ma'at. You'll find even more and even greater laws of Ma'at. Okay, so I would go look that up if I just like the religious construct. But understand this right here: there's no such thing as heaven. There's no such thing as hell. That's not a real place. It's not real. You'll never find it, and you're a goddamn liar if you say that there is a heaven and a hell. You're a motherfucking liar, because you'll never find it. You can never show no pictures. You can never. Okay, let's say something quick. It's very fishy to believe that mankind has gone to the moon, but yet there's video proof, quote unquote, and video evidence, quote unquote, of at least that right there. Okay, yeah, of at least that shit right there. There's no fucking video proof of no fucking heaven. There's no fucking video proof of no fucking hell. There's no pictures, no nothing. Heaven and hell aren't real. It's an idea. It's an idea, you know, but it's not a real thing. And you can't say it's real. You know why? Because you cannot prove that it is real. I mean, you can say it's real, but I can tell you that the boogeyman is real, and I can tell you that werewolves and vampires are real. It doesn't make it true. Okay, doesn't make it true. You know, I can say till I'm blue in the face, there are werewolves that are real life werewolves. You're a man and you're going to get bit by something, and in the full moon, you're going to turn into a werewolf. Guess what? I can say it all the time I want to, but it does not make it true. I had to search for you, couldn't comment on YouTube. Okay, what's up with you? Welcome to the live, 3636. All right, so now, like I was saying for you guys, I want you to understand something. Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends. I want you guys who's over here in the live, hit the like, that follow, that share button right now. I want you guys to hit the like, the follow, and the share button, okay? If you're a Christian in the live today, I would love to talk to you. I would love to have a conversation with you. You guys can drop your questions, or you guys can drop your rebuttals in the comments down below, and we'll get to them. We'll definitely read your questions, your comments, your everything, and I will respond to your questions, your comments, and everything that you guys have. If you feel like I'm wrong, or you feel like I'm being unfair or unjust in some type of way, just ask your question, put it in the comments. I'm gonna make sure that the moderator pins your question, and we'll get to your question as well. Okay, you know, there's no biasness here. Okay, if you stump me and you get me, then you got me. Okay, if you don't, then you didn't. Okay. You know, that easy, that simple. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: you're not gonna stump me, you're not gonna get me, because I'm just really knowledgeable in this right here. I know we have somebody over said, I have a question. No disrespect to you, King. How you know you're on the right path? With all respect, I'm asking. Okay, so here's how you know that you're on the right path. You go off of your life. Okay, what do you see in your life? You know, like for instance, when I was in Christianity and I believed in the lies of religion, you know, I was homeless. I was broke. I was doing a lot. I was always going to jail. I was doing a lot of wickedness, wicked things to people. And I would say, well, I'm just going to pray to Jesus and feel like I'm okay. And the moment that I left religion and I started to learn the occult and work on myself and leave and denounce Jesus and all these things, I started making $30,000 monthly doing tarot card readings, doing spells, started traveling the world, started getting more healthy. Everything went up. Everything changed in a positive way. And then I started meeting other people in the occult. And I started realizing that the most powerful people in the world are in the occult and have studied the occultic knowledge. And I started to be able to be on the outside looking in now. Now I started to be able to see these Christians, and even the ones who are like the mega pastors and things like that. I was able to see like, okay, these mega pastors are in the occult. I can see the symbology now. I can see the symbols. I can see the hand gestures. I can see the different things now that I have studied this. And also when you're in the occult, you get to access to other things that show you things as well. So it's like I go off of something that you might have read in the Bible. A tree by its fruit, okay, which is actually comes from the Egyptian text. So the ways that I know that I'm on the right path is by life, okay? It's by life. Is exactly it. And for the next question, someone says over here, they said, talk that talk. The power comes when you place our beliefs. The power comes when we place our beliefs, when we don't place our beliefs into these religions. Yes, you got to remove yourself from the religions and start placing your power in yourself. As you start placing your power in yourself, then things will start to work in your favor because you're not asking for something. It's a lot different when I'm over here asking or begging something for something. Let me ask something real quick. If you come to a store and you bought let's say some pants, are you going to beg them for them to give you those pants? You just went to the store, you paid your money, and now you're going to beg, please, almighty store clerk, or to get your food. Please, almighty fry cook, will you please make my fries and give them to me? Please, mighty fry cook. And the fry cook gives you your fries. Now you're over here saying, almighty fry cook, bless this food for the nourishment of my body, mighty fry cook. Now I get to eat. Bitch, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's how people look when they're in these religions. You guys are out here paying your money, giving all your time, your energy, buying Bibles, paying tithes, and doing all these things. You're begging a deity for this right here. You're begging a deity for that right there. And guess what? The one over here who's not begging for something is the pastor, okay? The pastor's just taking your fucking money, running up a check off of your gullibleness, off of your dumbness, off of your stupidity of you believing that there is a Jesus, and off of your emotions. A lot of Christians would not believe in a fucking God and this bullshit if they weren't telling lies of a heaven and a hell. They wouldn't believe in the bullshit, okay? But they know for a fact that, guess what? The only way I can make them believe is through fear, because mankind has a fear of the unknown. We don't know what happens after we die. So therefore, we have that fear. So the greatest scheme of fucking mankind is Jesus bitch ass the Christ, okay? That's the greatest scheme of goddamn mankind, because they're making you guys believe that there's a heaven and a hell when there's not. It's not a real place. There's a heaven and hell in your life. You can go from being in hell in the world to being in heaven in the world, from you getting off of drugs, from you removing yourself from toxic people, from you doing these type of things. You can place yourself from a hell situation to a heaven situation. But to think that when you die, that there's some bitch in the sky that deserves to judge you. Okay, let's also talk about that right there. That deserves to judge you. Derek says that I sound foolish. Prove me wrong. Okay, prove me wrong, Derek. You're welcome to your opinion, but to me, I just think you're another dumbass person who believes in a place called heaven or hell that you can't prove. Tell you what, Derek, because you're so smart, I want you to show me. If you can, I'll give you $20,000 right now, okay? $20,000 right now if you can show me a picture, a video, something that proves heaven and hell is a real place. You got the challenge right now. Get this money, brother. Come on, get this money, man. Show me a picture or something. Oh, your dumbass can't. Oh, okay. So you believe in Bigfoot. Oh, okay. I understand now. You're just another stupid ass person who fell for the dumbass lies of a Jesus and a religion. You dumbass bitch. Okay. So take your stupid ass on somewhere. Go learn how to read a book, and then you can come back. Okay. You fucking dumbasses. Let's go to our next question that we have over here in the live. We have, my mother was held hostage overseas for 13 months over praying to Jesus. My mother refused because Jesus couldn't help himself. She was the first released by praying directly to the Most High. Okay, no, she was released because of human rights laws. Okay, that's why she was released. Okay, human rights laws, or that were in this. She was kept for 13 months. Okay, there's a time period that you're allowed to keep a person. Same way Floyd Mayweather was kept over in Dubai, but they had a time limit that they could keep him, and then they have to release him, called human rights, not because they prayed. Why was she there for 13 months? months. Okay, why did her prayer, what it took 13 months for God to hear her dumb ass or some shit? Okay, no, okay, so that's what I mean. This is the stupidity of Christians that I'm talking about, okay? This is the stupidity that I mean. You know, you guys got to start to wake up to the facts of everything that you think that there is. You know, if I say something spiritual is spiritual, it's my duty to try and prove it physical, okay? It's my duty to try and prove it in a physical sense. If I think that, oh, I heard a noise, it's my duty to figure out what is that in a physical sense. Is it just a creaking or a moving of the house? Instead of me just saying that there is a ghost in my house because the door slammed, maybe I should take a look first and say, maybe it's the wind from the open window that's causing a trajectory to make the door close. I'm not being haunted. That's what you people have to start to do and have to start to realize, you know. And then somebody said, no, this was a military coup in Nigeria. Okay, so you want to go deep with it? I'll go on a deeper path for you on it. Okay, it's the subconscious mind. So you believe, so shall be. Okay, and this is what fucks people up in a whole. Is that these witchcraft, these witches and these wizards, they know for a fact about the power of the subconscious mind, and they're putting you in a place of hell, and they're putting you in a place of damnation, and they're putting you in a place of sorrows by programming your subconscious mind to believe in the construct of that there is good and evil, to believe in the construct that you are this damned sinner and you've done all this terrible wrong. They abuse you. They're abusing you. They're making you to believe these things by suppressing these beliefs on your subconscious mind. So that way now you're starting to feel bad in your life unless you go follow their constructs. But let me tell you something real quick. Jesus can't save you. It's a lie. It's fake. You take control of your reality and your life will become so much more abundant and so much more better. When you decide to say, okay, instead of me falling for the lies of a heaven, of a hell, of a Jesus, of somebody walking on water, instead of me believing in those lies, how about I believe in myself? Okay, the same energy that it takes to believe in the lies from these people, for the same exact energy, how about I believe that I can make $30,000 a month? How about I believe that I can make my relationship work and flourish? How about I believe that I can lose 50 pounds? How about I believe that I can instead of I can't? You got all this faith in this fucking thing that you can't prove, but guess what? It's a proven fact that you can lose some weight. It's a proven fact that you can get rich. It's a proven fact that you can get a house. It's a proven fact that you can get these things. It's a proven fact. But you choose to believe in something that's not a proven fact. Take the belief from the bullshit religions, the lies of religions, and put them in something that will bring you something. Put that same belief in yourself towards something that will bring you. I don't care if it's marriage. I don't care if it's love. I don't care if it's money. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care what it is. But instead of believing in that, believe in you. Then your life won't be hell no more. Then you won't find you're in such a negative, down place where you're so unhappy. You'll find you won't in that situation anymore. You're in a way more positive place. But it's only going to happen as you take the steps to remove yourself from the lies that are known as religion, okay? And so long as you stay in religion, like I said, you're a dumbass, okay? Just like I told the person earlier, the dumbass person earlier, where I told them, you want to believe in religion, but I'm telling you, show me that hell is a real place. Show me one time that hell is a real place. You can't do it, then guess what? It's not a real place. You know, I can show you that I'm a black man. I can show you that I'm a black man, okay? You know, guess what? You know why I can show you I'm a black man? Because I'm really a black man, okay? It's a real thing. I'm really a black brother. That's who I am. That's what I am, okay? I could prove that. You can't prove it because it's not. If a white person were to come to me and tell me that, they are Nigerian and they are pure-blooded Nigerian African, and they're like, yeah, man, my name is Tunde and I'm pure-blooded Nigerian. I'm Igbo. I'm the Igbo tribe. I'm gonna say, bitch, you're a motherfucking liar, you Caucasian bitch. Okay, you're a fucking liar. No, you're not. I can look at you and tell. The truth will prove itself. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. The truth doesn't have to, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe the truth for it to be true. The truth is just the truth. You don't have to believe it. I don't understand why that's something hard. You know what I mean? I don't understand why people over here like, it's testing my faith. Guess what? I've never been tested in believing in gravity, guys. I've never not even once been tested in that area right there. Never not once. Never not once have I been tested in believing that there is up and down. Never not once. Have you ever had your faith tested in the fact that a flame is hot? Have you ever? Anybody in the live right now, have you ever had your faith tested that a flame is hot? Okay, what's the name? Somebody came back when I was saying that God had saved something or whatnot. And I was trying to tell you something, my phone died. I'm going to tell you in a second. All right, so now, but let me finish this point real quick, and then I'm going to get back to you real quick, because you were saying that your mother had prayed for a long time, 13 months, and then she had gotten removed because God had heard her because she had prayed for a long time. And I'm telling you, that's not God that had heard her, that got her out of that situation. And I'm going to give you in detail what got her out of that situation, because it was herself that got her out of that situation. And I will explain that for you in detail in just one second. So now, like I was saying for you guys, just real quick, I want you guys to understand this real quick. Why are you believing in Jesus is stupid. Why are you believing in the Bible is stupid. Why are you believing in heaven and hell is stupid. It's because of this right here. You have to believe it. You don't have any proof. You just have to believe it. Now, in everything that is real, you don't have to believe in that, because it's that simple. It's nothing more, nothing less. You don't have to believe, because if I tell you that a lion is real, you don't have to believe it. You know it's real. Why? Because you can see it on the fucking TV, on your YouTube, at the zoo, in person, and get eaten. You can see it. You can see it. You don't have to believe in it. You don't have to believe, because it's real. Jesus can't save you. Jesus is a lie. It's all fake. It's all made up. It's all bullshit. It's a fugazi. It's a neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? It's fake. It's not real, you guys. And so long as you guys fall for the lies of that, you're going to be stuck. All right, now I think your name was Danamarco or something like that. Danamarco, was your name Danamarco? I forget what your name was, but if you're here in the live right now, I want to answer your question on what happened with your mother and why she was able to get released after praying for over 13 months. She got released from her situation, and why it was not God or some made up figure or whatnot that got her out of that situation, but it was herself. Okay, if you're in the live, just drop in the live. Let me know that you're in here real quick, so that way I can explain this to you real fast, because I'm not going to waste my time explaining it if you're not in the live. Okay, through Ifa and ritual, it was I was giving an example of her release. Oh, okay. You're not saying that it was through God, so they were saying that it was through Ifa and when they're doing works with Ifa and the concert. Okay, cool. Well, let me just say this real quick when it comes towards that. Her going to Ifa and her working with Ifa right there was the smartest thing that she could have possibly did. Okay, straight up, her going to Ifa was the smartest thing that she could have possibly did, because there are constructs from the beginning of time. There are constructs from the beginning of time and in spirituality, and one of the reasons why Jesus can't save you is because Jesus was one of these things that was made for white people to empower the white man. It was made to empower the white man, nothing more, nothing less. That's why the image of Jesus is a white man, okay? That's why the people who followed him were white people. Or that's why they enslaved black people. That's why they enslaved melanated people, because that's why, and their whole gimmick is to push light versus darkness. Light is good and darkness is bad. Good luck is white cats. Bad luck is black cats. It's good when your candles burn white. It's bad when your candles burn black. White candles are pure. Black candles are bad. It's a whole entire system of white power. That's what Christianity is. A whole entire system of white power. They stole from the blacks, reworded it, rechanged it, put their image on it to do witchcraft over you. That simple. The reason why she was smart to go to Isu is because so long as we as melanated people, black, Mexican, Indians, so long as we as melanated people are going to something, a deity outside of ourselves to try and get help, to try and get a knowledge and advancements in our lives, you're going to be lost. There's nothing wrong with you at all wanting to learn from other civilizations. There's a lot that you can learn from white people. There's a lot that white people can learn from you. So that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that another nation is not going to be the one that's going to save you. Okay? Another nation is not the one that's going to save you. Okay? They're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. You can learn things from other nations where, you know what I'm saying, we are all parts of the collective consciousness. But for my people right here, who I'm trying to speak to and trying to wake the fuck up to help you guys realize, it's this right here. You're not going to be saved by no fucking Jesus. You need to go back to your roots, your ancestral ways. You need the Eleguas. You need the Osirises. You need the Horuses. You need the goddamn Shangos. You need the Oshuns. You need the Isis. Okay? You need the Set. You need all these right here. You need the ancient ways. You need our ancient ways. We need Ra. We need Ra. Okay? You know, if you want to follow something, some type of construct, then follow the ancient ways of Ra. Don't fall from idiots like Billy Carson, okay? You know what I mean? Who's over here following the Sumerian shit or whatnot, which is still dark witchcraft, okay? Still another form of dark witchcraft. When we look at the Sumerian shit, right? Let's look at the Sumerian shit real quick. So we talk about how they have these old tablets, right? These oldest tablets are with these Sumerian stories on it and whatnot. Now, when we look at these Sumerian stories and everything that they're talking about, and we see that Samaria was once a part of Africa and everything like that. You know, it has a lot of cool stuff in it. Don't get me wrong. It has a lot of cool stuff in it. But it's like there's just not enough solid proof. There's just not enough solid proof for me to believe that, you know, I was created to be a slave to aliens, you know what I'm saying? And that's what these things are, okay? You know, I believe that we as melanated people are the aliens who came to this planet. Straight up, all right? Straight up. I believe that we are the aliens who came to this planet. I believe that we did bioengineer other people from monkeys, but I don't believe that we were the ones who come from monkeys. I believe that nature reveals to you the people who come from monkeys, and it's not us as melanated people, okay? I believe that we if you want to talk about Sumerians coming from a sky, I believe that that was us who came from the skies, okay? And so long as we think that we're reaching into the skies and we're praying for a Jesus, we're praying for an Allah, we're praying to something else outside of ourselves, we're never going to be able to tap into the power that we have, okay? We're never going to be able to tap into the true source that we are, you know, the true beings that we are. We're not going to be able to tap into Ra, the power of the sun, this eternal great force that we have, you know, until we actually start to recognize ourselves as the gods, okay? You know, but so long as we don't want to recognize ourselves as the gods, so long as we don't recognize ourselves as, oh no, I'm just a mortal, I'm just a weak bitch, I'm just this person right here, I'm nothing great because I'm not making planets. Bitch, are you stupid? You are making planets. Have you heard of the metaverse? Have you ever heard of the metaverse? you know, the deeper that we get into science, the more people start to talk about how this reality right here is no different from a metaverse, from the internet, from these type of constructs, from a video game. You know, and we start to realize that we have the power to create realms, and we have the power to create worlds as well, because we are gods ourselves. You know, you know, people in probably a video game, or the beings in a video game that you create or whatnot, they're probably saying that their world is flat too. I bet it is flat because it's a fucking disc. Okay, it's a fucking disc. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you know, when people even talk about the flat Earth theories, I'll be like, yeah, it probably is flat because we're probably a fucking disc, a DVD or some shit. You know what I mean? You know, but you know, I'm not saying that's a fact or anything, but I'm just talking, man. You know, but I want you guys to understand that Jesus can't save you, though. You know, as much as it sounds nice, you know, as much as it sounds good or whatnot, there was never any Jesus that was actually walking the face of this earth. You know, well, I take it back. There were a whole lot of them. Okay, there were a whole lot of Jesus that walked the face of this earth. Same way, there's a whole lot of people named Jesus today. Okay, you know, so if you're seeing buildings where it says, "Oh, Jesus lived here," guess what? You know, that's not the Jesus that you're thinking. Okay, there were tons and tons of Jesuses with followers as well. A lot of disciples and followers as well, all throughout the world. In every civilization. Okay, so you know, but the one that you're thinking that Jesus or whatnot did not exist, was not a real being at all. Okay, so I hope you guys can wake up from the lies of religion and the lies of dogma and doctrines of dogma, and wake up to, you know, the factual facts of what it is real quick on today. Oh, okay, there you are. All right, so here's what we're gonna do now that Danny finally, after 40 fucking years, got in the live. All right, we're gonna reset this live right here. I'm gonna take some couple questions as well, as real quick. So we're gonna reset the live. Danny, when you get in it, we're gonna treat this live like we do the other lives. I want you to pin questions, pin comments, and questions or whatnot, and have people share the live, blah blah. Okay. All right. All right. Before I reset this live, though, does anybody have any questions in the live right now? Anybody have any questions before I move on? Exactly. They can read the stars, and they were very variable. Okay, you don't. Am I asking you to get on live? Am I asking you to show your face or something? All you have to do is type and pin questions. Okay, that's all you got to do. It doesn't matter if you're in a car. All right, let's see now. If you have questions, all you guys to do is drop your questions in the comments down below. We're going to get these questions answered. Ask your questions away before I reset. No. We're talking about how Jesus can't save you, and everything we just had a discussion on. Okay, are y'all fucking stupid? I don't think you guys understand what I'm saying here. I feel like a lot of people are dumbasses. We just had a goddamn lecture, and I said, if you have any questions about this goddamn topic that we're talking about, y'all coming over here asking me about, does Billy Boobop still like me? If you don't get your stupid ass on somewhere. Dumbass people, boy. Thirsty ass. I tell you what. Yes, you guys can ask questions. I need $100 per yes or no question. I tell you what, $100 per yes or no question. Be my guest. Y'all can ask all the questions that you guys want to. Okay, ask all the questions that you got. $150. No, $150 per question. Okay, you guys can ask any question that you guys want to. Okay, you know. Does Michael Bebop love Johnny Jack? Okay, we'll find out. Send $200 in now, okay? $200 is what it's gonna be now, okay? $200. All right, you know what I mean? And we're gonna find out if Michael Bebop is going to be your person for you. Okay, boy, y'all better get y'all asses on somewhere. Now, where is that at? Real quick. All right, let's see now. All right, while yeah, I'm glad you did turn away from it. Okay. All right, now we're back to it, man. I don't like I was saying for those of you guys who are just still happening in the live. So we've been having our conversation today about how Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church is. Now we're moving over towards our questions section of the live, where we're going to go ahead and answer questions for you guys who have questions about the fact that Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church is. So more so, it would probably be those of you guys who are religious Christians who have questions or something like that, or maybe something like that. But if you guys have questions about any of this right here, or you have statements where you're saying, Surround the Shaman, I believe the opposite, okay? I feel the opposite, then I would like you guys to go ahead and drop your questions or your statements in the comments down below. Just understand, drop your statements or your questions at your own with your own risk, okay? Because I'm not sparing you guys today. We're not sparing anybody at all. We're not sparing nobody, none of them. All right, straight up. Okay, so drop your question at your own risk. Okay, but I'm here to tell you guys though. I'm here to tell you guys though. We're fast and quick though. You guys got to realize that the construct of a Jesus has been a lie. The construct of a Jesus will always be a lie. It's not something for you to believe or something for you to follow. It's something for you to just see some little bits and pieces of it, maybe get something out of your life. But the fact of the matter is that white folk came through and stole that knowledge, and then they made a deity in their image to bamboozle you guys, and a bunch of you guys are still following the great pale lights this very day. Okay, it's not something real. It's not something for you to really actually follow. Okay, but for those of you guys who's over here saying that you guys are spiritual, or that you guys are enlightened, or that you guys are woke, and for you to believe in the constructs of good and evil, or good versus evil, this Zionist point of view, this Zionist lie, you're not really spiritual. You're still lost. Okay, so I encourage you guys, if you want to come against me or say that Jesus is real in any sort of way, prove me wrong. Be my guest. Prove me wrong. I want to see you guys hit that share button, hit the like, follow the share button, share the live to somebody who you feel like has knowledge on this right here that you feel could put me in my place. Be my guest and share the live to those people. If you have things that you want to say, drop them in the comments down below. But share the live, drop your comments in the comments down below, and I'll go ahead and answer that. But in the meantime, in between time, let's see. We got some already going on. Let's see what we got over here. That's crazy. I was always raised Christian and Catholic, and always asked for help, and was ignored. When I met and turned to the left-hand path, my life has been so much different. Yes, indeed, baby. That's how it goes. I was telling a person that earlier. We got, sorry, not a question about Joshua. The story of the death and the resurrection has resonated itself constantly in human history. Yeah. Okay, so, for a fact, the story of Joshua and dying for the sins of mankind and coming back, that story is told with Ganesha. That story is told with Krishna. That story is told with Horus. That story is told with so many deities, like throughout the whole entire world. With the Greeks, it's told with so many different nations that, for you to believe in this right here as the newest one, it's just, Jesus is just the newest construct of all these type of things and whatnot. But it's not real, okay? It's not real. It's never going to be real. It's not something for you to follow, okay? Now, for those of you guys just now hopping in the live, we're only answering questions about how Jesus can't save you and how life starts when the church ends. You know, that's the only questions that we're answering. We're not answering questions about your love life, your money life, or anything like that. If you guys want to know about that, you guys can send in $25 per question to the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, and then we'll answer your question, okay? But we're not answering anything like that. Only thing we're doing is we're talking about how Jesus can't save you, how life starts when the church ends, and for people who have questions about that or people who want to make statements about that right there, okay? Very easy, very simple, okay? So like I was saying for you guys, matter of fact, Danny, I want you to make that clear in the comments, or make that clear in your follow, like, and share thing. Make that clear in there, okay? Like, put that Jesus can't save you. Comment below. I don't know how you're gonna do it. You know how to do that shit. You know, so like I was saying, so, you know, the only thing that people need to realize, that, though, for my people, is that I need my people to wake up today and realize this right here, that the fact that Jesus can't save you know, and if you're going to work with the deity, work with your deities, the deities of your people. You know, Allegoa, work with Ra, work with Osiris, work with the deities of your people. You know, leave this Jesus construct alone, because it's a witchcraft meant to dumb you down. You know, I was talking earlier about how Christianity makes people stupid. You know what I mean? And how following Christianity will make you stupid. I was talking earlier about it, and I was giving an example, and there were these Christians that hopped on the live or whatnot, and we're basically showing how stupid that they were. You know, how you can give them dates, and they'll see the dates, and they won't want to believe the dates, even though it's right in their face. And I was talking about how, you know, I had a parent of mine send me a video of a sermon, and how the guy in the video was trying to use subconscious tricks to force people to believe their religion, to force people to give their life to Jesus. You know, the thing that I find very ironic is that in no other religion and nothing else do they ever ask you to give your soul to something. You know, I've always been told, though, that the devil wants your soul. Has anybody ever in anything else ever found anywhere in any other religion where they tell you that they give your soul? Can you guys name another religion that tells you to give your soul? Anybody in the live right now at all? Any person in the live? Can you name me another religion that tells you to give your soul? Anybody at all? Books Tarot, you can't spar me, okay? And for first, what do you think about it? Well, I have to fly to your country and pull on some boxing gloves and spar with you? What the fuck, okay? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Like I said, so anybody at all? Anybody at all? Can you? Okay, I say, well, I can name one. I can name a religion. I can name one. Christianity, okay? Christianity is the only religion that asks you to sell your fucking soul. The only religion. Only religion. No other religion asks for your soul. But by the end of all of them, they say, give your soul to Jesus. Yes, God. Yes, God. Come on now, you want to give your soul to Jesus. Come on now. They'll play some music. No, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm a nobody and my life is shit. But if I have you, Jesus, then you're everything. So Jesus, please, I'm shit. I'm the scum of the earth, but I love Jesus. And they'll play some music, have you feeling bad. You'll be like, oh, I guess my life has been hard. And then they say, come now, come give us your soul. Come give your eternal soul to us. These are the lies of religion. Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends. It's a lie. It's a whole bamboozlement. They're trying to get your goddamn soul. You know, they're trying to get your soul. Oh, give it to us because you don't know what to do with it. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, just give it to me. Okay. You don't know what to do with that soul you got. So come on, give it to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. So, you know, you aren't talking about fighting, were you? You're talking about miscommunication. Okay. Are you talking about the whole Jesus thing? Is that what they're trying to say? They're trying to say they want to talk about Jesus thing. I don't think that Books Tarot is a Christian at all. I don't feel like they're a Christian in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay. And from me knowing Books Tarot, the way that I know Books Tarot, you don't want to debate me in anything. Okay. I'm trying to be nice to you, Books Tarot. You know, I know that you be feeling like, oh, I'm going to try and go after the big dog, but Books Tarot, I be trying to warn your ass. You don't want to do that type of shit. Okay. You don't want to spar me in boxing. You definitely don't want to spar me in this type of context or this one right here. You don't want to do it. I'm just trying to tell you. And y'all know I'm a very nice person. I warn people, and I'll give you that advice. You can take my advice, or you don't have to take my advice. We can spar. We definitely can. We can do it. I don't mind at all. Okay. But I'm just going to give you a warning ahead of time because I like Books Tarot. Books Tarot is always on my page. But I'm going to tell you this right now, especially with this topic right here, fam. You don't want to do it, okay? Yeah, you know, that's why I'm telling all these Christians coming alive. You see how I'm really over here baiting motherfuckers. I'm baiting these Christians out here. You see how I'm doing this right now. So, like I said, if I was you, I just wouldn't do it, okay? You know, but like I said, the floor is open for everybody. Any and everybody. If you have a question, hop on here, drop your question down. I'm for it. I'm all for it, okay? Let's see now. In the Christian pantheon, I do appreciate the Unitarian, universalistic, because they require you to learn about all other religions in the world. Yeah, you know, there are things that you can find that I can find good in. There's things that I can find good in some stuff, but you know, there's things that I don't find good in it. But I feel that way in their occult as well. I feel like there are things that I find good in their occult, and there's things I don't find good in their occult. Let's see now. People believe in demons who created them. People believe in demons who created them. You know, when you look at demons, a demon can't create. You know, I feel like a lot of people, they fell for the lies of religion, and they started to believe that, you know, if it's not God, then it's a demon. But there are gods with an S. There are multiple gods. There are plenty of gods. You know, demons aren't gods, and demons can't create. You know, okay. So someone says, I'm asking, who created demons? Okay, so demons were created by gods. You know, the same creator God who created all. And the oldest creator God that we will see is going to be known as Ra. You know, Ra is the oldest creator God that we'll see. And Ra talks about how he created the good, the evil for balance. Okay. He's like, okay, I've created what you would see as the good, and I create what you would see as the evil, you know, and that you see right here. But then it talks about even before that, it talks about how there was a primordial just darkness that was in existence, and how Ra was creating himself in that primordial darkness. Now, if we want to go a little deeper, we can go to a Gnostic's point of view and see Ra as the demiurge. You know, we could do that right there and see that because he was birthed in the what's it called of the primordial darkness. He was birthed in that serpent, in that primordial darkness that was there. You know, so when we look at even that right there, the demons will come from that primordial darkness. A real demon is birthed in darkness, comes from darkness, dwells in darkness, and doesn't come out of darkness. A real demon is not the spirits that will help you. Demons have no interest in helping people. Okay? Daemons have interest in helping people. A daemon, okay, a daemon, which is like a lesser god. Daemons have interest in helping people because it's their job, you know. When we work with the daemons, when we work with these lesser spirits or whatnot that help us in our lives, you know, those aren't demons at all, you know. Those aren't demons by any way, shape, form, or anything, you know. Which Hebrew name of the higher power? Which is the Hebrew name of the higher power? I don't believe in Jesus or Christianity, but I believe in Yahuwah. Okay, so like when it comes to Yahuwah, and we're looking at Yah, right? Now, when we look at Yah is just, once again, another construct that was just taken. Yah, when we look at Yah, Yah could be seen as Osiris. So Yah would be that creator God, that creator God who was a creator, who his brother Set or Satan came against him to be in ruling. Okay. And then he won. They don't say that in the book, but it's like this. When you look at it and you're saying that Satan was the ruler of the world, and so he had to send Jesus to redeem mankind, to save mankind, right? So we see that Osiris was Set. Osiris was God. Set is Satan. Okay, Set would be Satan, who you call Satan. And I believe in Satan or Set. I believe in God Osiris. I just don't believe in the ideas of Set or Satan trying to figure out how I can destroy mankind, because I don't want them to be able to be joined with God the Father. I don't believe in all that bullshit right there. Okay, but I believe in Set. I believe that there is Set. Okay, I believe that these are parts of ourselves, that you have this lower animalistic energy that has to do with the lower. And lower does not mean bad. A lot of dumbasses think that lower means like, oh, that's weaker than, it's a weaker energy or something, like it's lower. No, that's not what that means at all. That just means on the spectrum, you're in this root, or you're in the higher, which is in the crown chakras, but they're of same power. I can manifest with low energy. I can with low vibration. I can manifest with high vibration. They're both the same. So now, when it comes to that lower energy, damn, I forgot where I was going with that. It left me. Oh well. Anyway, ultimately though, this is how you're going to be able to use. You got to use both of them. I believe in Set or Satan. I believe that you can use Set, you can use Satan. At the same exact time, I believe in God, and you can use God. But I don't believe in the Bible's idea of a Satan. The Bible's idea of a Satan, I feel, is a complete lie. I don't fall for that shit at all. I don't trust that shit at all. I don't prescribe to it. I don't advise others to prescribe to it at all, because it's a fucking lie. It's not true at all. Jesus isn't real. The ideas of a Satan being here trying to attack you guys or something like that isn't real. All that shit is just fake. Okay, I grew up in Texas, the South. 85% of my family deep in Christianity. I'm just curious why Lilith's not talked about being Adam's first wife, but Eve is. Because it's a means of control. It's all a means of control. With Eve, the narrative is a lot different than with Lilith. With Lilith, we got to talk about how, we removed this woman, and then what happened to Lilith? Oh, okay, well, we kicked her out. And then when she started having children, God just decreed that we're going to kill her children every day. Every time she gives birth to children, we're going to kill them. That doesn't sound like a good story that we want to be able to be told. We don't want to tell people that right there. It doesn't really sound too good. So therefore, let's go ahead and kind of hide that, and let's just keep that tucked underneath the rug. They want to hide a lot of things or whatnot, because it's, when they took this knowledge and were making this knowledge, at first, these were movies, like, for people, and before it became really like this books that people thought they could live their lives by. These were like movies for people in the olden days, that people would read in a sense where they were watching, because they didn't have like movies, so it's like, it wasn't meant to be taken serious, but too many people are out here falling for the lies of these pastors that there's a fucking Jesus that's going to come save them, and there's no Jesus. It's just, once again, a story, something that just was told, but not meant to be taken literal. There's no Jesus that's ever going to be able to save you. There's no God out here that's going to be able to save you. The only God that's in existence is yourself. You got to follow God. Okay, you got to follow the God that you are. As you begin to follow the God that you are, you're going to start to find that, okay, every other God in existence, can only add to you, but can't make or break you. When I work with Horus, when I work with Ra, when I work with Lucifer, when I work with any of these other deities, when I work with any of them, they assist me and they help me. They don't make or break me. Okay. If I stop working with all deities today, I can still manifest thousands upon thousands of dollars. Okay. I can still manifest love. I can still manifest success and prosperity in my life. I can still do it off of just my own energy. I don't need everything else. But me adding that is like adding salt on the steak, adding seasonings on my steak. Okay. It's just going to make things go a lot harder. It's going to make things a lot better because I decide to add these things to it. You know, me adding things to it is what helps. And that's how it is when it comes towards these spirits and working with these spirits and everything. You're adding things, but you are the God. Okay. Jesus can't save you. Jesus can't come through and make everything okay for you and make your life magically better and make things magically just become so much more happy in your life or something like that. That's not what it is at all. It's you who bring the happiness in your life. If you're wanting to follow something like that, you're saying to yourself, "What's wrong with the summit? I just feel lost right now. I need help because I feel lost in promiscuity, or I feel lost in something like that, or whatnot." I would look at the laws of Ma'at. Look up the laws of Ma'at. The laws of Ma'at would tell you everything you need to know to have some type of morals so that we can stop doing things that makes you sin against yourself. You know, the laws of Ma'at is where we get religion from. Religion came from the laws of Ma'at. Okay. Before there was Ma'at, there was no religion. Okay. Religion was not before Ma'at. Okay. I want you guys to understand Ma'at is where you get the religious ideas from. Ma'at and Ma'at only. Okay, so if you like religion, then it's your duty to know who Ma'at is and to understand Ma'at. You know, for those of us who understand the Torah, if you're looking at the justice card, the one holding the scales of balance for your life, that would be Ma'at. Okay, why? Because Ma'at is wanting to help you. Ma'at is one that wants to help you to maintain balance in your life. So Ma'at give you laws and decrees that will help to maintain balance in your life, that will put you in a heaven. Okay, so you know you don't have to follow the lies of a Jesus or the bullshit of a pastor to tell you to follow this white Jesus, you know, that's going to get you bamboozled. Okay, don't follow this shit. Don't follow these pastors. Jesus cannot save you, will not save you, has never saved nobody, cannot save nobody, and is a waste of your fucking time. Okay, straight up, straight up. Straight up. Okay, it's your boy Sharon, the Shaman, man. I want to make this clear for you guys. If you guys have any questions, I want you guys to go over and drop your questions on the TikTok. Okay, if you have any questions whatsoever, drop questions down in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, we got I'm not agreeing or denying what you're saying. All right, let me go up real quick. All right, Lilith wasn't the submissive one. She stood on business, yeah, for a fact. But Eve was the one to go with the flow, especially with Adam. Yeah, because Eve wasn't made equal. You know, Eve was taken from Adam's rib and created. Adam was made from the dust, and the story in what's the name? Lilith was made from the dust in the story as well. So they were both on equal planes. You know what I'm saying? That's what he didn't like. Adam was like territorial. So Adam's like, you know, like any man, like, no, what? I'll kill this bitch. How you gonna make her equal with me? You give me something different. You know what I mean? She thinks she's not doing what I say. She needs to submit to me, or I'm gonna break her fucking neck. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it came down to. Okay, the same way that men are in this very day and time. You know, men are still very territorial. You know, ain't no fucking woman about to be ruling me or telling me what to do. She's a woman. She got a pussy. She got titties. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have the body structure to be able to rule a man or to command a man what to do. You know, sucks, but that's just nature. So yeah. Then we got. I'm not agreeing or denying what you are saying. I'm torn because I grew up in the South, going to church, and moved to LA 5 years ago and learned spirituality. Yeah, no, like what you're learning in spirituality is facts. Okay, it's like this. Life is about understanding that you are the God over your life. Okay, so with Lilith, she realized that. And Lilith is like this. I'm here to empower the woman and let the woman know that she has power and that she is equal and this and that and blah. That's what feminism is, Lilith. That's what feminism is. The gay rights movement and all that type of shit, all that comes from feminism. All that comes from Ishtar. All that comes from Lilith. All that comes from the oldest forms of Lilith, which is going to be Isis. Okay, Isis. You want to know about Lilith? There is no such thing as fucking Lilith. It's Isis. All right. You want to go to the very beginning? Before there was ever a Lilith idea in this fucking world, it was Isis. Okay, that's where you need to go to. You want to get on some understanding of before there was a Kali, before there was Lakshmi, it's Isis. That's the root. Okay, that's the root origin. That's where Lilith comes from. That's where all these goddesses come from there. Okay, so yeah, there is no such thing as Lilith, but other than what people have made up to be. But if you want the real, you got to go to Isis. Okay. Now, like I was saying though, you guys, so yeah, so it's all feminism, the gay rights movement, the all this other shit, it comes from the feminists, the trans movements, all these type of things. Transgenders, that shit comes from Isis. That comes from in her temples, because the spirits are androgynous. Spirits are androgyny, believe in androgyny. They're a higher being. They're not in the form of man, woman, this construct. They're not one thing or the other. You know what I'm saying? They are spirit. So a lot of followers or those who become more enlightened or more, and guess what? As mankind, as we start to develop as a civilization, we're going to eventually lose the sex. Okay, eventually it's not going to be a man, a female. They're working on it right now with the whole gender equality, gender blase, this and that. I can choose whatever gender I want to choose or whatnot. They're working on it now because after a certain point, the body will change, and we're not going to be like reproducing the same way that we would reproduce before. Like everything is evolving, and mankind is evolving. And we're going to get like they talk about aliens, like how they speak on aliens and everything. And you notice that when they make aliens, they show them without gender, without body parts. They got no dick, they got no vagina, they got none of that shit, right? They've evolved past a certain point, and when it comes towards people, more than likely that's the direction that we're headed in as well at this point as a civilization, especially how things are just rolling, how things are going. It's not going to stop. Gay people aren't going to just disappear. You're not going to make gay people disappear off the face of the world. Okay, you're not going to make the gender equality and these type of things just disappear off the face of the earth. They're not going to disappear. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to wake up where one day everything's just going to stop and people are going to stop saying, okay, him, her, she, them, they. That's not going to stop. It's just going to keep growing more and more and more. You got to understand that, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to agree with it, but guess what? It's not going to stop. We're progressing. We're going forward. We're evolving at this time, So you can get on board or you can just get left in the past, okay? Guess what? The rap music that's out nowadays, I fucking hate. I don't like the rap music that's out nowadays. I don't like none of it. I hate that style that walking in the store, I had to get it right. Diamonds on my chain look like portacais. It's a dice. One when I look at me, big booty bitch, I told her what it's going to be. So I hate the way that these people rap nowadays. I fucking hate it. Okay. I fucking hate this shit so much. But it's the new school. Guess what? It's not changing. It's not going nowhere. Time is just going forward and things are evolving. It's what it is. And as we move forward, we are evolving. Jesus isn't real. People are starting to wake up to the fact that Jesus ain't real. Okay, Jesus ain't real. Never was real. Jesus is a fake thing. We're evolving. So you yourself, if I was you, I would hop on the ball right now and start evolving my damn self, okay? Doing the things that's going to help me to evolve, which is recognizing that I am a God, okay? I am a God, all right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Recognizing your deity, recognizing your godhood. There's nothing wrong with that right there. You should recognize yourself as a God. You should recognize yourself as a higher power, because the moment that you do, your life is going to elevate. The money that you want is going to come in. The riches that you're wanting is going to come in. The relationship that you're desiring is going to come in. The children that you want to have are going to come. Your life is going to utterly and utmost change when you start to recognize yourself as a God and that you hold the power. When you start to recognize that there's no such thing as good and evil. That's fake. It's not real. It's not real. Why are people in power? Because they have realized that there's no such thing as good and evil. It's not real. Okay, I know that people don't like to talk about it, but I'm gonna tell you something real quick. It's not real. It's not real. Some of the most powerful people in the world are the most powerful people in the world, and that's not going to change. You know why? Because they're doing some very dark shit. They're doing very dark shit. Sex trafficking, dark witchcraft, dark magic, dark things. They're doing some very dark shit. Has Diddy gone to jail? Has Diddy been arrested? Has anything happened to Diddy? No. I wonder why. I wonder why. I want you guys to understand there's no such thing as good or evil at all. Okay? There's not. In this reality, it doesn't exist. Just the illusion of it exists. So that way I can make you the weaker vessel. That way I can be the alpha and you can be the beta. That's the reason why. I want to control you. I want to be the ruler over your life. That's what I want. And the only way I can do that is to force me beating you into submission, but that doesn't work. Because then you either die or your will makes it too difficult. So you need to want to do what I say. So I need to trick you. I need to trick your mind into making you believing that it's better for you to do what I say to do. A pimp and a hoe. Hey, look, bitch. Ain't nobody out in this fucking world ever gonna love your stupid ass, your dumb, your ugly ass, you dumb bitch. Look, bitch. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. Because I'm here, bitch, you have some food on your head, in your mouth, and you have some clothes on your body, bitch. Now get out there in that fucking corner and make my fucking money and bring it to me like I said, bitch. Because you ain't shit. I'm the best thing that ever happened to your fucking life, bitch. And here go the bitch. Oh, yeah, yes, daddy. Yes, daddy. Here I go. Yes, daddy. Oh, because he's right. He's right. I'm nothing. I'm not worth shit. I'm nothing. He's right. That's what it is. These pastors out here are the pimps, and you guys following this shit are the hoes. Say, oh, the hoe. Say, oh, the hoe. Y'all are the hoes. That's what it comes down to. They're spiritually abusing you. Straight up. All right, let's go ahead and answer some of these questions we got over here. We got ISIS. We got. Let's see now. You are right. ISIS could cure the sick and bring the dead back to life. Her maternal aid was also brought in healing spells for ordinary people. ISIS sounds like a certified bad mud sucker. Yeah, you know, and check it out. Check out how they did ISIS though. Check out how they did ISIS. So they take ISIS and then they make ISIS into Lilith, and they say that ISIS is the one who will kill babies. They say Lilith is the one who kills children. It's the one who goes after the kill. But when we see that before these Christians, before these religious folk that came into this existence, they took the pure, sacred, loving deities and they turned them into demons. Do y'all see that? ISIS was seen as her revealed love for maternity love, and they turned that into Lilith, the eater of babies. Wickedness. That's fucking wicked, bro. That's like when they over here telling you that Bel, that they're like, oh, Bel was the one, and he had one its child sacrifice. Bel was a deity of fertility. Was a deity who would give people children, who would help people to have children. And they tell you these lies of a golden calf. You put your baby in and you hear the screams. What person do you know can bear the screams of a child just putting a baby to be sacrificed? Who do you know? What person do you know? Most people can barely take the suffering of an animal, hearing the suffering of an animal, than to be able to hear the suffering of their own child. Okay, so this is clearly a lie and bull fucking shit. Let's keep going. Someone else over here wrote, yo, bro, would you say the spirit Mammon, Boone, Lucifuge, Wolfacao, and Clauneck are the best spirits to become a billionaire? Or which spirits do you suggest to become a billionaire? I would suggest that these are all very great spirits, but they're all watered down. Okay? They're all watered down. All right? They're the they're the re-rock, okay? They're not pure coke. You know what I mean? They're not pure coke at all. They're re-rock, right? Redone over. So they are great to be able to use. You can definitely get a high off of them. You can definitely get you a high off of those spirits and make you some great money. But they're not the originals, and you can get a lot more money from the originals. Like, let's talk about the owl god. You always see some of the richest people in the world, they worship this owl, the owl god. You know, some call it Malak. But this owl god is a very great god that billionaires work with. Okay, I'll just put it like that. So maybe you need to do a little bit more studying on the owl god. Okay. You know, another great door to open up finances and riches would be that, you know, for most people, when they don't have money, it's because there's a door closed. So Elegua and Oshun are very great deities to open up the doors for money. You know, if your doors are closed, it can be opened through Elegua. And Oshun is Venus, so she can give you the pleasures of this world. You know, so Oshun and Elegua is another way for you to go about this right here. A more pure route for you to go about it. Let's, you know, I'm not done. You're welcome, but I'm not done yet. When it comes towards money, you know, looking at deities like Ra, okay, asking Ra to bring you the abundance, or asking Osiris, because Osiris has to do with like vegetation. We see that Osiris was very big on cultivation or vegetation, and we can take that vegetation for abundance, okay, or bringing in the harvest. So Osiris is also very good for bringing in money as well, so you should probably work with Osiris. Horus is another great one that would be a great deity for you to connect with to bring you some money in for you as well. Now, when we look at Lucifer, whenever you start working with Lucifer makes your money go up. Okay, automatically. You don't even have to ask Lucifer for money. But if you start working with Lucifer, your money life is automatically going to go up. So who is Lucifer? Lucifer is the watered down. The original one, or who Lucifer is Ra. That's who Lucifer is. Lucifer is really Ra. So when you work with Ra, guess what's going to happen? Your money is going to go up. You know, when we look at the prayer, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we and forgive us our debts as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. This prayer right here is from the I think it's the pyramid text. It's either the pyramid text or the coffin text. But this prayer comes from the Egypt. This is not a prayer that was made in the Bible or that comes from the Bible at all. Okay, you know, and this prayer was about Ra. Now, when we look into magic of the Psalms, this is one of the prayers that you can use to manifest money. And this was a prayer that was given to Ra. We got God, our Father, is the reason you're still living. No, the reason that I'm alive and I'm here is because of my parents. Okay, you know, if God the Father that you're speaking of is the reason why anyone's living, then why are children being molested right now? That's because God the Father. Why are there children who die every single day, don't even make it out the womb, for that woman who's been praying for a child? Is that because of God? Why are there children who come out disformed with their body parts outside of their body and all these other things? Is that because of God as well? You know, you're here because of your parents, okay? Because of your two parents that decide to come together, mate, and then bring you into this world, okay? That's the only reason why you're here, because of your parents. So you need to be saying, I praise you and I worship you, Mom and dad, okay? Because they're the only reason why your dumb ass is here on this face of this earth. Not no motherfucking made up motherfucker in the goddamn made up motherfucking sky, okay? That's why my aunt says, even though you might not have the best parents, you are to honor your father and mother. Why? Because they gave you life. You might not know who your daddy is. That motherfucker might have had you and dipped the fuck on out. But you're still to honor your father and your mother. Why? Because they were the door for you to get into this life, okay? Straight up. It is what it is, okay? Algod, Bohemian Grove. That's what that is what Saran is mentioning. Well, the Algod, the Bohemian Grove does use the Algod. But, you know, you might want to look in Egypt about this Algod. You might want to look in Egypt, you know. You know, I'll give you guys another hint. I'll give you a little deeper hint with it real quick. You know, sometimes it's seen as an owl, and sometimes it's seen as a what's it called? They don't want me to tell you. All right, maybe I shouldn't tell you because as soon as I'm about to say it, I forgot it. Yeah, do your research. Look in Egypt. Maybe they just want you to go ahead and look in Egypt and research it. Let's see now. We got. I like working with Boone and Burr. And how do you feel about them? I also like Grimory. Boone, I love Boone. Okay, Boone is very great. Buer, I haven't worked with Buer long enough for me to really talk about them in money. They're not one of the ones I go to for money. Grimory, I've worked with Grimory before, but I haven't gone to Grimory before for a long enough time period to be able to actually speak on their names. But Boone, I've worked with Boone from the very beginning. You know what I mean? So I've had a lot of time and experience with Boone. We actually have a money spell on my page, a $300 money spell with Boone. A great money spell that we help people out. So Boone has helped a lot of people, a lot of my clients, a lot of my fans as well. You are it's all good, bro. You are teaching me a lot. I happen to be helping you out, family. Yeah, you know, so you know, when you look at these deities, the oldest place you're gonna find like this, or let me rephrase that. When you look at like the owl god and a lot of these deities that these ancient people or these most richest, the most famous, the richest, most famous people in the world are worshiping, you're gonna find it's always will take you back to Egypt. When you look at Chris Brown, I just was watching a video with Chris Brown, and he was doing his concerts right now. He's doing his tour and everything. And playing in the background of his concerts, he has Osiris, he has Egyptian gods that all come up playing during his set. He's paying homage and giving honor to the Egyptian or the gods of Egypt. Why? Because the most famous people in the world go to the gods of Egypt because those are the real gods. Those are the original gods. They're the real deal. Okay? You know, the closest to them would be the gods of Greece and the ancient Roman gods, Zeus and Aphrodite and everything. But they just took those from Egypt. So you might as well just go to Egypt. You know what I mean? You can still get a lot of power out of the Egyptian gods. But why go to them when you could just go to where they got the Egyptian gods from? Or when you go to the Roman gods and things like that, the Greek and Roman gods. But why go to them when you could just go to Egypt and get the original? You know what I mean? You know, straight up. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, I want you guys to understand this as well. When we're looking at this right here, when it comes towards this whole idea of a Jesus saving you, even though it sounds good, even though it might make you feel good in a moment, you might feel good in a moment of a speck of time. I want you to understand something. You know, the fact that Jesus can't save you doesn't mean that you don't need saving. The fact that Jesus can't save you does not mean that you don't need saving. You could find that you're in an area of your life right now where you've been on drugs so hard right now, and you've been doing these drugs so hard, or you've been drinking so much, or you've been in so much promiscuity that your life is in a place of hell. You know, the Egyptians knew about this. The Egyptians already knew, and they put things into play for you. Okay, which is the laws of Ma'at, which are these type of this knowledge that helps you to become a better individual. Sorry, you guys, my phone was about to die. I gotta switch cameras real quick. But they already did these things, and there's nothing wrong with following the laws of Ma'at, with following these good moral things that can help you out to advance your life. But so long as you're going to a temple praying, Jesus, please help me, Jesus, please, blah, blah, Jesus, please, this, and that, it's not going to help you out. Then you're going to miss out on life. We're here to experience. I can't tell you how many people should have did a one-night stand. You should have did that one night stand. You could have had that great experience of the one night stand. You could have been able to experience that pleasurable, or met that person, or you should have tried that DMT experience. It could have opened you up and got you out of where you've been stuck at. You should have tried. And a lot of people will block off these experiences because they're stuck in the lies of religion. And guess what? They're not even happy in religion. You're not happy serving Jesus. You're not happy being a Muslim. And chase up. If you really were happy, you would follow it to the T, but you don't do it. You know what I mean? You don't do it at all. A lot of Muslims and Christians, you guys damn yourselves and bring curses upon yourselves because you claim a certain belief or claim a certain book, and then you can't even follow it yourself. So in your own head, you're telling yourself that you believe something that you're not actually doing, that you're trying to do something, but you can't really do it. You're constantly telling yourself that you can't do something, and you're causing all this turmoil in your life. Just let it go. Stop falling for the Jesus bullshit. Stop falling for the religious lies, and choose to follow yourself. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to speak life over yourselves. Choose to speak love over yourself. Stop waking up telling yourself that yes, you are blessed and highly favored, and that you do have the power, and that nothing can block you, and that nothing can stop you. That the God, the creator of the whole entire universe, is with you, and you are in alignment with this same God, because you are the God of this universe, and that this is your universe, and that you do have control over your life. When you start to see these things, you start to believe these things over yourself, everything changes. Somebody said to me, I told them I would give them $20,000 if they could prove to me that heaven or hell was real. And they said to me, okay, I can prove it to you, but you have to believe in it first. And I said, I'm like, you're a dumbass, okay? But actually, they gave a very valid point here. You have to believe in something first for it to work. So it's like this. The moment that you start to believe that you are a God and that your life is good, well, the moment that you start to believe that you are the only one that's able to change your life for the better or for the worse, the moment that you start to believe it, so therefore you start to make changes because I believe that I can do good for myself. You're going to see the changes. You're going to see the money come through for you. You're going to see the relationship get better. You're going to see the finances work. You're going to see these things. But you've been trained so long to believe that you don't have power, that you have to go to something outside of yourself, that you are weak, that you are this and that. You've been trained for so long, and your subconscious mind has been manipulated so long in this belief that you are weak, that you really believe it, okay? You really walk in this on a day-to-day basis. The key is to walk away from this right here. Walk away from the lies of religion. Walk away from the Jesus. Walk away from the Allahs, the Buddhas. Walk away from these things. You can maintain your morals, but walk away from these things and start to recognize that you are God. Start to recognize that maybe you're a female right now, and you have you're wanting to sleep with another woman. You've been having this energy, you've been watching porn, you've been doing all these other things because you have this feeling that I want to experience this pleasurable thing, but I've been raised Catholic, and it's for me, it's supposed to be a sin. I've been raised Christian, and for me, it's supposed to be a sin. So I don't want to go and experience this sexual thing, this nature. I don't want to actually be able to have this thing. But, at the same exact time, I pleasure myself to the thoughts of these things. I pleasure myself to the porn of these things. You're blocking yourself, okay? And you're going to start to cause turmoil in your life because you're not allowing yourself to be yourself. You're allowing some lies to place this turmoil in your life, and it's causing you to put yourself in hell. You need to step away from the religious constructs, the religious ideas, the religious bullshit, and actually experience life. You came to this world to experience life, to experience the good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the sad, the joyful, the everything. You came to experience. That's why we're grateful in all things, because we're able to experience. And we miss out on experiencing and waste our whole entire life because we follow a book, a lie, a religion that wants to block us from having this experience. That way it can control you and manipulate you to do what would be better for the ones who's using the religion. You know, when I'm telling you that, one reason why people respect me in my craft or whatnot is because I show you things that I'm able to do that you can't do. Okay, I do my tarot card readings. You don't have the knowledge, you don't have the training, so you can't do it how I do it. You know, so people respect me and they honor what I say, and this and that from that right there. You know, and pastors, it's the same way with them. You know, they're going to a church, but they'll tell you lies. They'll give you lies and they'll give you all these things so that way you fall for them, and that way you're constantly be coming back to them. You know, people constantly come to me and they give me money, they pay me or whatnot for me to do my readings for them. The same way, people in the church, you constantly go back to a church and you're paying the money, you're paying tithe, you're paying for their rent, and you're paying for that building as well. Okay, depending on how big the building is, you could be paying for multiple buildings. All right, you're doing that, so they're going to keep feeding you the bullshit. But if you took the same energy that you put in investing in them and you put it into yourself, you can see your whole entire life change. You know what I'm saying? Jesus can't save you. What do you mean by that? I mean that Jesus is a made-up figure, a construct, not real. He can't save you from a fake heaven, from a fake hell. He can't save you from none of that shit, okay? If you're in a place in your life where you're feeling like you're somewhere lost and you're like, oh, okay, I need to do better. I'm tired of getting fucked in the ass all the damn time, and I want to change my life and become a good person. You know, I'm gonna go to church and I'm gonna pray and become la 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 hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. My knees hurt. You know, you're thinking that right there. That's all fake. That's all bullshit. Jesus isn't real. Jesus cannot save you. That's what I literally mean by that right there. Okay. I don't think I can make it any more clear for you guys other than that. Okay. So Jesus can't save you. We understand that right there. Jesus can't save you. Will never save you. Never has saved anybody or any soul, any person. Just a bunch of people waste their time, waste their energies trying to follow this construct or whatnot and end up damaging themselves. Now, I want you to understand something real quick. I do want you to understand something real quick for everybody in the life. You know, when it comes towards this whole Jesus thing or whatnot, and you following this right here and you thinking that it's going to be the one that's going to save you, just test out looking into Horus. Just start listening to the Book of the Dead. Okay, I feel like, you know, you're looking at your life and what's going on for you, and you do need some help. Okay, for a lot of people, they do need some help with a lot of things that go on in their life, and so they're run to a church because they think that if I go to a church, at least I'll have community or people who's not trying to just do a bunch of wickedness. You know, I want you to understand some real quick. Those who really practice true occultism, there are those who some would say are bad or mean people, and then there are those who would say are very liberating and loving people. Like, for instance, me, I don't need to fuck your bitch, okay? I can manifest many women, as many women as I like to, okay? As many women as I want, okay? I manifest so hard, guess what? Everybody likes me, okay? And my DMs are women, men, goddamn, transsexuals, non-binary. Everybody and their mama wants a piece of Sharon the Shaman, okay? That's just my aura of how it is, all right? And I want you to understand how it works with this right here. When you're a spiritual person, everybody's going to be drawn to you. You don't have to try and do all these other things to make all these things happen for you, okay? It's about you working on you, all right? Then once you work on you, then you'll be able to, you know why all these people and everything's in my inbox? Because it's like this. I don't want all these things, okay? After a certain point in your spirituality, you're going to realize that the universe will give you everything. I have people in my inbox I haven't answered yet who are trying to pay me money right now. They're trying to pay me thousands of dollars. I haven't even answered them yet because I have everything that I desire. Once you get to a certain point in your spirituality and you realize that you are God, everything is yours. It's not this is yours, that is yours, and then everything else is not yours. No. Everything is yours, okay? Everything is at your disposal because you've tapped into a higher consciousness where now it's like those rules of the game down there don't apply to you any longer now that you're up here. It just don't apply to you any longer, okay? And that's where you want to get to. And you're never going to be able to get to that point by following Jesus. You're never going to be able to get to that point by following Allah, Buddha, Krishna. You're never going to be able to get to this point by being in some type of religion. You have to leave the religion. Once you leave that religion and start to work on you, then everything else will come to you, no matter what your flavor is, okay? No matter what you like, what you don't like, everything else will come to you. But Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends, okay? And that's just what it is, all right? I know for some people, they might not want to believe it, but guess what? I encourage you guys to just try it. Try leaving the idea and the construct of a Jesus and believing that something has to save you, and try work just for 3 months' time. Try leaving any sort of religious idea that something has to save you, and try just working on yourself like I'm talking about right here. Just do the workings on yourself and watch how everything comes to you. Watch how money comes to you. Watch how your health comes to you. Watch how women, men, whatever you want comes to you. Watch how these things just flow in your lives because you are saving yourself now. And now that you're working on saving yourself, watch how you don't have to chase any longer. You're not chasing anything. You're not chasing a motherfucking thing. You think I chase? You think that I have the time to chase anything? I don't chase shit. I attract. Okay? Straight up. I don't chase a motherfucker. Let me tell you something. If I get horny and I'm like, I need me a bad little bitch. I need me a little hoe to come through today. I'm going to think it and I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to have somebody come through tonight around this time when I get off work. I'm going to think it. And before the day is through, by nighttime, I'm getting me somebody. I'm getting me some cheeks by the end of that night. I guarantee you that that's coming to me, okay? Because I can manifest it at will. And it's the same way when it comes towards money. I'll travel the world. I'll go have fun. I'll go spend a whole ton of money. And then it'll come time for rent, and it'll be like 2 days before my rent. My rent is like $3,000. And then I'll be like, oh, it's time for rent. All right, let me go ahead and hop on live real quick. And by the end of these 2 days, I'm going to have enough money for me to pay my rent, and I'm going to have enough money for me to go on another trip and go do some more shit, have some more fun. And I'm able to do it every single time because it's the mind. All we have to do is unlock the mind. And what's being happening here is through Christianity, you're being trapped. They're blocking you from being able to unlock your mind. They're blocking you from being able to reach those next levels. They're blocking you. They don't want you to get that mental power. They want to keep you blocked. They don't want you to be able to have that. So they have to keep something over you. Oh, the most powerful name, you just call on Jesus and everything will be okay. Then they're programming your mind. They're not telling you that you have power here. They're saying that you have to go to this deity, Jesus. Then for everybody who already believed in other deities and who have your ancestral deities who can help you from your ancestral deities, they tell you, oh, no, that's not the most powerful deity to help you. Call Jesus instead. He's the one that's going to help you in your life. Nobody else, no other deity, more powerful than just only the name Jesus. But yet the people who never heard of a Jesus and who can't say a Jesus, yet they say a different name and it works for them. The Muslims say a different name and it works for them. Why do the Muslims say a different name and it works for them? And the Christians say Jesus and it works for them. Maybe it's not that it's a name that works, but it's you. What's on the inside of you. If you believe it, it works. If you don't believe it, it doesn't work. Whatever you believe is what it is. Because you are the God. You are the power. You are the source. You are this powerhouse, it's you. You hold that strength within yourself. You might not like it because it's a lot of responsibility. You might not like it because it's not the most comfortable, but you hold that power. You are a God. You are so strong and you are so mighty. And yet you live your life as if you're weak, as if you don't have the power. You know, you live your life as if you're not him, but you're him. You know what I'm saying? You're really him. You know what I mean? You live your life as though you're not, though. Then I want you to wake up to the realization that you don't have to go to Jesus. You don't have to go to Allah. You don't have to go to Hare Krishna. You can get knowledge from all these teachers. Same way that I can go on YouTube and I can watch occult lectures and gain some knowledge from that brother over there. Same way that I can go to Rico and watch some stuff on Rico's page and I can get some knowledge from my brother, or we can have a conversation and Rico can drop something and I can get some knowledge from my brother as well. You know, but guess what? At the end of the day, the only one who can save me is myself. If my rent is due, Rico's not going to be the one to save me. Rico got his own rent he has to pay. The only one who's going to save me is myself. Rico can say, hey, Sharon the Shaman, hey, well, check this out. You know, you can use this deity named Clauneck that can help you out. Hey, you know, I can write your name down and I can do a spell for you, you know, to try and help you out on your journey or whatnot. But, you know, ultimately, you know, your rent is $3,500, Sharon, and I'm not going to pay that shit, Sharon. So, you know, you need to pay it your damn self. And the only way you're going to pay it is by working, making the money, and doing it. And that's what it is. You know, and these spirits, that's what they want you to understand. You know, so if you're believing in a Jesus and you're thinking that you're just going to lift your hands and say, Shamalama Ding Dong, God, I praise you, please help me with this and that. You know, no wonder why your fucking mom died from cancer. No wonder why your fucking auntie died from cancer. You're over here asking this deity, praying these prayers for a life, and nothing's happening because it's not real. It's not real. Jesus can't save you. Jesus can't save your family member, can't save your mom, your dad, can't save nobody. Jesus isn't real. It's fake. Okay? You know, but the moment that you start to like, I think about how many people that we've healed their body. We've healed them from almost death, from sickness and death with the spirits, you know, and the subconscious mind. I think about how many people, if they would have went to a Marbuz, if they would have did some magic instead of praying to Jesus, how many people might have been able to be saved? It's just not everyone's going to be able to get saved. Some people are going to you're going to die. Okay, you're going to die. All right. You know why? Because you believe you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? And life has to go on. Some people aren't going to be able to get rid of that. But guess what? Some people, they start working on that subconscious mind, and they are able to remove that tumor from their body. And it's documented. It's documented. It's a fact. It's not a guess, not a maybe. It's a fact. Okay. Let's go to the next question that we have over here. We have, what you think is the best spirit to use for headlining someone with cancer, because I haven't cousin on hospital and I feel she can be cured. Oh, from healing somebody with cancer. Okay. I meant healing. I got you. All right. The best spirit for healing somebody with cancer, who I've used to heal my clients from cancer, is Marbuz. Marbuz has the power to give disease, but Marbuz has the power to take disease, you know? So I'm like, that's who I use on my clients. I've removed cancer from my clients before. A few of my clients, as a matter of fact. We've cured pneumonia. We've cured the corona. It was pneumonia and corona at the same time. We've helped a lot of people with Marbuz. So I would suggest for you Marbuz. Another great healer is Isis, though. Isis is a very great healer. She's a very loving deity, goddess, you know, that you can connect with, that can also bring in the healing that you're needing at this time as well. Okay. Let's see what else we got over here in the live today. I really want to come through it there and just let you guys have it on that notion right there, you guys. I really hope that you guys can walk away from the lies of religion, get out of the lies of religion, get into something that will save you, because Jesus can't save you, and life starts when the church ends. Okay, so remember that right there, you guys. If there's any more questions, go ahead and let it be known. If there's any questions whatsoever about Jesus not being able to save you guys, let me know in the comments down below, or we're going to go ahead and move on. I really want to switch this camera like this real quick, though, because it's time for me to smoke. Y'all hit that share button. Y'all hit the share button, follow button, drop your question in the comments down below. I want you guys to realize that there is no such thing as a wrong question. You know, sometimes it can feel like I don't want to ask a question because I don't want to get judged. I don't want to feel like, you know, someone's going to judge me or someone's going to make fun of me or make me feel stupid, which I can do at times. But, you know, I want you guys to understand something real quick. You know, when it comes towards all this right here, the only way that you're going to really be able to change is by getting an understanding. If you don't fully understand, you know, how can you change? How can you leave religion and Christianity if a part of you really believes that Jesus is real? You know, you're not going to be able to really leave religion. You're not going to be able to really leave Christianity because you still believe that Christianity is real. You still believe that these things have a chance at being factual. You know, so the key is for you to get knowledge. That's why I hop on things like this right here, and I give you guys knowledge, and I prove to you guys that Jesus is a lie. I prove to you guys that it's not a real thing. I prove to you guys, I show you guys the facts that you can't prove that there's a heaven. You can't prove that there's a hell. Because once you start to have this right here, it will break the spell off your mind. Because a lot of people have the spell over their mind where they believe this right here and they're taking it as face value. And it's not true. Christianity is a lie. Christianity, someone says on my page, Christianity is fake as fuck. The people are fake as fuck and the religion is fake as fuck for a fact, okay? Yes, it's very fake, you know. But, you know, it's like, you know, you got to get out of the sense of falling for the illusion. When we can get off of the illusion or out of the illusion, everything in our lives can change. But you got to get out of the illusion. I believe in a higher power, not Jesus. That could mean in anything you believe in. Yeah, see, exactly. You know what I mean? And then like when we look at Jesus, you know, Jesus is nothing more than horrors. Don't get me wrong. Like for the people who over here, like I really love Jesus. I feel like Jesus has really changed my life from just the teachings of Jesus. Blah blah. I've read in the Bible this and that. Yo, I'm not taking that from you. I'm not taking that from you at all. You could have really changed your life from the teachings that you got from Jesus in the Bible. What I'm saying is that Jesus' teachings come from Egypt. Okay. You know, I'm saying that they stole the knowledge and then they remade it and then they put it in through that. Jesus is nothing more than horrors. They took the knowledge from Egypt and then they decided to repackage it, remake it, and rebrand it and just do like that. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense for you to be able to change your life from listening to horrors and from you being able to do this. It makes a lot of sense. But what doesn't make sense is for you to think that if you say that you believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you're going to go to heaven or some shit. There is no heaven. I don't need a dead dude to give me. Someone said some shit. I don't need a dead dude to give me permission to live. Who the fuck is saying that that is a straight slave? Yeah, whoever the fuck believes that's a straight slave. For a fact. Facts. I told this Muslim dude there is only two paths. Either you fake the death, either you fake to the death for your friends, or you live a slave. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why they call them slaves. And white people are majority Christian. Yeah, white people are majority Christian. That's where they get the Judo Christians from, Roman Catholics and all that shit. Majority are Christian because it's a white man's religion. It's their religion. It's for the religion of their people, to uplift their people. And you know, some people don't like when I say white man's religion. Think that's me being like criticism towards white people, when it's not. You know, the white man did what he's supposed to do. Okay, that the white man did the right thing. The white man, look, Mr. White Man, you did the right thing, Mr. White Man. If I was you, I would do the same thing, Mr. White Man. But my people already did do the same thing. Okay. You know, we have our deities are made in our image, okay, to empower our people. You want to know why our black youth and our ethnic youth think that they're demons and want to do demon time and be in this demon time so much because the images of them are portrayed as fucking demons. Duh, motherfucker. I'm dark skinned. And what's portrayed as dark? The darkness is portrayed as what? Evil. I'm black. What is portrayed as black is portrayed as bad. What is white? White is portrayed as good. It's all in our subconscious. Come on, let's not act like we're stupid people here. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Let's really look at this right here. It's all in our subconscious. So when we give an image of a black god, when we get an image of this right here, then guess what that's going to do? That's going to make them say, oh, okay, well, now I subconsciously, unknowingly, I'm going to change the way that I am, and I'm going to view myself as a god. Because right now, I'm trying to kill something. I'm trying to drill some shit because I'm a demon. That's what they think. You know? That's just what it is. You know, I feel like I am the darkness because I'm dark skinned. It's all subconscious. It's all witchcraft. It's all a spell being put on people. Might not like it, but it's a fact. This is why we need things like for the truth of Egypt to be brought to the light. This is exactly why we need the truth of Egypt to be brought to the light. And why it is important for these things to be brought forth. You know, and for people like Billy Carson to stop bashing deities like Amun-Ra. You know, this is the reason why we need that shit. This is why we need Ushun and Elegua. And why we need more Babalaos in the world. We need way more Babalaos, way more spiritual teachers, you know, pushing the Eleguas. Which is why we need more of this right here. Y'all saw the impact that the Black Panther had? Y'all see that? The impact the Black Panther had or whatnot? Yeah, people moving together, getting together in unison and shit. People doing marches, moving together as unison, and just from seeing a superhero of a fucking TV show superhero, okay? Not even seeing the real person, just seeing a superhero on TV was able to unite the African American and ethnic groups together. The Mexican, African American, all those of color and ethnicity was able to unite them on some positive shit. Just a fucking movie. So imagine having your God and your belief, your core belief, and what makes you this and that, actually having a God in your image. Imagine how much that would project your life and make you to be so much better. Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church ends. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, but Jesus can't save you. I don't want you guys to hit that share. I want you guys to double tap the screen, hit the share button, hit the share button, hit the share button, hit the share button. I want to see you guys hitting that like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Okay, likes, shares, and follows. Like, shares, and follows. I want to see them going up. Like, shares, and follows. Let's see it. 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 Tag somebody who's a Christian or a Muslim. Tag somebody in this video. Even if you're watching on YouTube, tag a Christian or a Muslim in this video. I would love to hear from them and their point of view. I would love to hear from them. That LGBT shit is supported by African gods. I don't know what you mean. I don't know about that right there. That's something right there. So when it comes towards LGBTQ and all that type of shit like that, you know, and when we see that in spirituality, you know, a lot of the shit is supported, but at the same exact time is not supported. Okay, it really depends on which route you're going, because where like the Egyptian, some of the Egyptian knowledge The more feminine Egyptian knowledge supports the LGBT and all that type of stuff and whatnot. You know, some of them do. Like my aunt, she supports it. My aunt says that you are to respect and to love in all its shapes or all its facets, no matter how love it comes. Okay, you know, so whether it's a man loving a man, a woman loving a woman, a man loving a woman, or a woman loving a man. But then you also have natural law, okay, and which also is in some African deities, and that's to do with African spirituality. And in African spirituality, a lot of them, they do not agree with the LGBT community because they say that it breaks natural law. And so because, you know, you can't reproduce. So they say that it's against it. So, you know, it depends on the on which part of African spirituality you're going to, because some do agree with the LGBT lifestyles, and others, they don't agree with it. You know, some of them don't agree with it. You know, now, in my personal opinion, what do I think about LGBT people, and what about the what you should do? I believe that when it comes towards your life, you're meant to live whatever you want to do. Okay, you know, if whether you're straight, you're gay, you're bi, you're whatever you want to be the fuck who you are. Okay, because you're perfect and wonderfully made, and I think that, when just my own personal walk, I think that if you are just, you know, going by the books of what life says that you're supposed to do, you're boring as fuck. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you're not really living. So it's like, try something, do something outside the box, you know. But that's just my personal opinion. If going by the book is what you like and what you think is best for you, then by all means, just only go by the book. But I just feel like for myself, I support everything, and I would never let any god other than myself direct my life. You know, if I feel that I want to do something or I want to experience something, then I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna experience it straight up. Okay, like real shit. You know what I mean? If I feel like I want to do something or I want to experience something, I'm doing it and I'm gonna experience it, and I'm gonna see if I like it or if I don't like it. If I like it, I'm gonna do it again. Okay, real shit. Oh my god, that felt fucking amazing. I'm doing that shit again. You know, that's how I am. You know, and it helps with your manifestations when you do such. It helps with your manifestations when you do these things. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's what I would say about that right there. Okay, on the on that subject. We got over here anything that isn't supportive to your evolution, or evolutionary or oppresses it, is the enemy. Now, this is a fact. Anything that will oppress you, anything that will slow you down, anything like that, is definitely your enemy. You know what I mean? You don't want to be oppressed in any sort of way, shape, or form at all. You know, you need to be definitely in a place where you're manifesting, when you're making things happen. You know, not being oppressed. Okay, we got man, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I fuck either you cut I fuck with you either cause you real or just don't. That Luna African spirit shit on me, or that voodoo shit to me too. Bruh, I be trying to understand some of the shit you be saying sometimes, bro, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be reading your shit and it's kind of hard to understand your questions, family. Or just your statements. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Sometimes it be kind of hard to understand what you're saying, okay? Wait, is he offended? He isn't forcing shit on you. He's stating facts. Is it what? Is it like somebody said? Oh, because I can't, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm not understanding you, man. You gotta slow down when you're typing, bro. Okay, he's offended. Why are you offended? I'm responding to what you said. You know what I'm saying? I'm lost with this. I'll keep going. We got, how do you feel about Bureau for healing diseases as well? I appreciate your wisdom. Bureau for healing diseases. I don't know. I haven't used Bureau on healing diseases, so I'm not the best person to ask. I can only answer the things that I've used the spirit for, and I haven't used them for that right there. Now, who I do know heals is Archangel Raphael. If you want to use angelics, and Marbas is who I've used, and I've seen Marbas cure everything from sexual diseases, cancers, and things like that. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I think maybe he just misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just misunderstood. Tensions are high sometimes, so people get mad at certain shit or whatnot. You know what I mean? You know, especially when you start talking like how we were just talking about LGBTQ and everything like that. Maybe he thought I was saying that he was gay or something like that, you know what I mean? From his question or whatnot, you know, but or tell him that being gay was wrong or something like from his question, because I told him that some of the African spiritualities don't agree with the LGBT shit, but it's a fact. Some African spiritualities, they believe that you're breaking natural law. It's not me telling you that shit, okay? That's just what the belief is, you know, and you're fine. Like, even if you look at like Horus and Set. When Horus was fighting Set in the Egyptian story, Set tried to defile him by casting his seed. He tried to ejaculate on him and whatnot. But it says that Horus caught his seed, and Isis cut off Horus's hand and made him a new hand, so that he wouldn't be able to defile him by putting his seed on him. Okay, so we clearly can see that even in Egypt, that they saw that a man entering in another man was sin, okay, was not right in that culture's ideology. You know what I mean? So you can't get mad at me for saying that. But in some spirit, in the same civilization, Ma'at says you can love whoever you want to love, okay? So that's what I'm saying. At least in African spirituality, you got to just pick what you want to pick. Whatever you feel like is right for you, because it's your experience, okay? My brother, you know, don't be mad at me. It's your experience, all right? Whatever you feel is the right thing for you is what you are meant to do and live for you, okay? If you feel like wearing shorts that all the way up to your fucking ass crack, okay, and a tank top t-shirt and dancing around and whistling Dixie out your asshole, walking down the street, be my fucking guest, okay? Do whatever you want to fucking do, all right? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you is that in these cultures, you can't say that that African culture is for LGBT culture, or you can't say it's against it either. Okay, that's all I'm saying, motherfucker. Don't be mad at me. Oh, real shit. All right. Let's see. We got over here. We got Clouds. They say, "Yo, bro, I'm currently reading Billionaire Magic by S. Rob, and now I understand what you're saying about entities." Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Yeah, that is a great book too. They have a lot of great entities on there. Matter of fact, that book right there talks about the owl god as well. We got Harry there. I love the fact. I love the facts. Question: do you believe there is any spiritual significance to different blood types, such as rare blood types, O negative, B negative, and so on? You know, that's a really interesting one right there. I haven't found anything that says that there is. So I'm not going to say that there is and act like I'm just some guru that knows about it. So I haven't found anything on it, but you know, it makes sense though. Okay, it does make sense for, like, you know, when it comes to your blood types can give certain characteristics. Because I'm like, you know, when we look at blood types, we can see in science that certain blood types you should eat certain foods, or you should do certain things, you exercise a certain type of way, because it's better for you to do it like that when you're this type of blood type. So, you know, that is a thing. So it makes a lot of sense. It sounds logical to me, actually. But I haven't seen anything anywhere that I could give you a study or something like that on that. Okay. Let's see now. We got this is a great live with knowledge. Facts. The best for others. I mean, yeah. I work with viewer, and I see results. I love doing healing work because I genuinely only want to do my best for him. I just started working with him. Just love feedback as well. Okay, cool, family. Yeah, when working with these deities and whatnot, just make sure that you don't put these deities on a pedestal. Okay, you know, make sure that you don't see it as like this is a god that's meant to rule you or something like that, or that you worship these deities at all, or you will be deceived. things will start off really good and then it will go bad. Make sure that when you're working with these deities that you see them as colleagues, that you're giving to them like you're like a work for hire. So whether or not you're giving them offerings of candles, blase, blase, you know, your college professor, you pay the tuition to be able to go to college. You don't sit there and worship your college professor for him teaching you. So don't worship the deity for them teaching you either, okay? You know, respect them, you know, honor them. You might give your teacher an apple if you want to be a teacher's pet, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I brought this for you, teacher, because, you know, I really appreciate what you do and how you've helped me or whatnot. And you gave me the knowledge and I want to get a good grade and be able to go to the higher levels, you know, so you can give them an apple or something like that. But always remember, for everybody in life, always remember that when it comes to these deities, we are working with them, they're not our gods, you know. We're our gods, you know. That's what we have to really dive into and realize and recognize, is that we are our gods. We are the only gods of our universe. Okay? All right, you guys. I feel good about this live. I feel like we did a long enough live. We've been live for about 2 hours now. What time is it? It's 12, about almost 1 o'clock. All right, I feel like we did a good enough live now. Let's go ahead and do some fun. Let's do some tarot cards now. Let's go ahead and get into some tarot card readings on to Dizzy, man. And get it popping.